Pony Trio brought us many great hits, such as For Me and Just What I Do, to name a few. At the end of 2006, Heidi Newfield left the group to pursue a solo career, and Ira Dean followed earlier this year. The outgoing bassist from the group performed for the first time as a solo act at Nashville's 12th and Porter, and we were there to get the scoop. So here's Mindy with Ira Dean.
Everybody, my friend, my brother, Ira Dean!
This actually is your first showcase in the music industry that you've done solo.
Yeah, it is.
How was that?
It was awesome. It was a big turnout. All my friends were there, and Eddie Montgomery came straight from a concert in Kentucky and introduced me, and all the record labels were there, and the powers that be, and we had a great time. I'm a big fan of the entertainer of the show, so it was a big show. Matter of fact, I had Ryan Cook. He plays for Skid Row. He was one of my guitar players. So it was to look over and we're playing country songs and going, Ryan, get it. Yeah, it was cool.
Trick Pony formed in 1996, so you've been a member of that band for 12 years.
Yeah.
What's it like to suddenly go from Trick Pony to Ira Dean, the solo act?
Well, I felt young till you said I was with Trick Pony for 12 years. Now I feel old.
I feel old too now.
Yeah, I got fired from Tanya Tucker in '96, and me and Keith met at a show. He was playing for Joe Diffie, and we met in West Virginia at Jamboree in the Hills, this concert. And he had this whole vision of, back then there was no trios, and so we put the thing together. In 12 years, we had a number of hits, 5 or 6 hits, and won some awards, and got to go, and it was the best time of my life, you know, that whole thing. But there comes a time when you have to move on, and it's different. It's kind of different, not you know, looking over and not seeing Keith and Heidi, but it's fun too. I mean, I get to talk more, I get to have more fun. It's more fun, I tell you that. I miss them, but at the same time, it's a whole new thing in my life, and I'm really digging it. It's another chapter in the book, you know.
I know your sound before was a little more wild, honky-tonk.
Yeah.
And now you say you're a little more rock, a little more harder.
Yeah, way harder. I like Trick Pony was like on volume 5, and this is like on 11. Trick Pony was based on that rockabilly thing. I mean, Heidi she's a great rockabilly singer. She's one of my favorite stylists out there, and I love her to death. And we kind of cater to that. Me playing upright, that cool Johnny Cash meets, and you know, we cut our teeth in honky tonks. But I always wanted, you know, when it came to my part of the show, I got to sing a couple during the show. It was always, we cranked it up and energy-wise, and kind of made that. If Steven Tyler and Merle Haggard had a baby together, that's a horrible visual, but I would be him.
Now, what can the fans expect as far as if they were a huge Trick Pony fan and they've been following you, because you guys had some crazy loyal fans?
They're the best fans ever.
Are they going to love your new stuff?
I hope so. I saw some of the fans out there at the showcase, and yeah, I think if they're a Trick Pony fan, they saw what I did during the show of Trick Pony. I mean, it's more of that, but it's more intense. I mean, I get, you know, instead of getting to sing 1 song or 2 songs an hour and a half, it's an hour and a half of me, which is kind of, wow, it's kind of cool, you know. But it's, if they were a fan of Trick Pony, that first album really reflected, you know, I wrote or co-wrote 7 on the first album, 7 on the second album, and I think 3 or 4 on the third album. And that first album we did was very intense and very rocking, and kind of showed our roots. I think that truly was our best album. But it's like that. I mean, it's a lot of that, a lot of fun. We, you know, Eddie Griffin, the comedian, says a good show starts in the dressing room and works its way out on stage, and I live by that.
Seems to me Ira is now off and running as a solo artist, and we hope to hear lots more from him in the coming months. We're headed over to a #1 party for George Strait's I Saw God Today. So don't go away. We'll be right back with more Inside Music Row.